Okay. Hello, hello. 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 And there we go. Make sure the stream is live. Oh, I apparently have 2 instances of AQW open. Aha! Okay. Hello, hello. What's up? I have some dailies to do. Lucky day, evolve lep, work. Oh, I already did it? I apparently already did that one. How many lucky clovers do I have? Only 5? Yeah, I've been missing my dailies. I've been missing my dailies for that, unfortunately. I have not been doing what I should be on the dailies here for Leprechaun. Quest. Embrace chaos. The lag is real. There we go. What's my chaos rank? 7? Maybe 8? Honestly, don't remember. Need to get out a rep boost. Rep boost. Like, rep's pretty easy. Like, the daily for rep is so good that it doesn't really matter. Like, the daily for rep is so good. 6k a day, after you do all the multipliers from it, like, it's really easy. Yeah, I'm rank 7 right now. So, like... yeah, like, it's... chaos is so easy. Like, the daily's just so good for it. Let's do my Beastmaster daily. The Beastmaster daily is not good. The Chaos daily is good, and the Chaos quest, even the just normal quest for the Chaos rep is not bad. Like, even just the normal quest is pretty easy for it. Unfortunately, the Beastmaster, same cannot be said for Beastmaster. Slash join seller. Oh, nope, didn't want to do that. Nope, go away. Okay. I've been playing a lot of Dragon Age and other games where you move by right-clicking. You move by right-clicking, and so I need to, like, get myself out of the habit of right-clicking to move. Okay. My green screen is screwed up on that left side. I need to just, like, completely redo the green screen, but whatever. It's fine. We'll just, like, lean this direction, hide it a bit. Yeah, like, the Beastmaster rep daily quest is taking longer than the Chaos daily one, and is rewarding 1/3 of the rep before boost, and is rewarding, like, 1/5 of the rep after boost. And one is member only, and one is not. Like, it's just really irritating that the Beastmaster rep's so awful. Like, how do they expect me to get, like, the multiple tens of thousands of rep that they need, that I need for this class, when they're only going to give it to me 2,000 at a time? There's no new class coming out tomorrow. There is no new class coming out tomorrow. Several people at RX Entertainment have said, and I've spoken to the class designers themselves, there are no new classes coming out. Not until after the server rewrite. Till after the server rewrite, there are no new classes coming. If there is a new class coming, it's somebody's either lying or AE is lying. Like, there is no new class coming tomorrow. Whoever told you is wrong. Like, several people at RX Entertainment, including the staff designers, have said that there will be no new classes till after the server rewrite. Okay, so last stream on YouTube-ish. I'm not gonna say that it's not that I'm never going to stream AQW on YouTube again, but I definitely prefer streaming on Twitch. I definitely prefer trying to stream on Twitch. It's just what I prefer. It's a lot better for me. It works a lot better. It's a lot easier to use. There's a lot more integrations with Twitch. There's a lot of applications and different tools and things that I can use to integrate with Twitch to make it easier for me and you guys to use. There's a lot better chat bots, so I can make it more fun for you guys watching it. Like there's no reason. Like, the only reason to stream on YouTube, honestly, is that it pays. Twitch doesn't pay. Twitch, you need to be partnered for it to pay. YouTube pays even though I'm not, even because I'm partnered on YouTube, but I'm not partnered on Twitch. That's the only reason to stream on YouTube, is that it pays, whereas Twitch doesn't right now. But if I stream on Twitch more, then I can get partnered, and that fixes that problem. So, when's the rewrite coming? Okay, so talking with class designers and different staff members, as well as just from my own personal experience, my guess is that the server rewrite will be done sometime in the next, 6 months. I'm thinking, before October. Definitely before the end of the year at the most, but we're looking, next 6 months or so is kind of what I'm thinking. And that's, that's a pessimistic view on it. So, several people have said that there's going to be no new classes till the server rewrite. However, class designers are being allowed to rework classes. So, class designers are going to be allowed to rework classes. So, LDK rework. We're going to be seeing a lot more of those. We're going to see a lot more class reworks as some of the class designers work to try and fix many of the classes that are underpowered or going to become underpowered with the server rewrite. Oh, I'm not in Gellenoth. Ha 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 ha. So we may see a class rework in the next little while. We may see more class reworks in the near future, but we won't see any new classes until after the server rewrite. Okay, so what other reps do I need to do? I need to do Eternal. Reputations. Who do I have that's pretty close? So Eternal, I need to do the collection for Orc Invader. So you need to do collection for Orc Invader. I need to do Eternal. I need to do... I already done some Chaos. I don't really need to do anything else. Okay, so Orc Invader and Eternal. Okay, the class designers, there's not going to be any more rogue classes. I think it's... Is it this direction? I can't remember which way you go to get to it. But this is the fastest way, I'm pretty sure, to do Eternal Wrap. I think I may be going the wrong direction. It's a loop. It's a giant circle, but you kill these things. I know you kill these things. Quest. Sphinxes are riddled with gems. I actually did a poll. I actually did a straw poll, and asked people what people think, what class people think we need, what classes people think are underrepresented or underpowered, or classes that they think we just need more of. And DPS actually won the poll, and I support that. I support DPS. I support that we need more DPS classes. Largely because we have DPS classes, but they're almost all locked behind a paywall. The Chrono classes, Elemental Warrior, and Lightcaster are all locked behind paywalls, and those are all some of the best DPS classes in the game. The only other good DPS classes besides those are things like, the only other good free class that I can think of that's a good DPS class is, like, LDK. Like, we just don't have a lot of good free DPS classes. They just don't really exist. And post-server rewrite, they're going to try and emphasize bossing. They're going to try and emphasize group content based around bossing. So, getting groups together to try and clear content. And we're going to need DPS classes for that. Yeah, and so we're going to need some DPS classes for that. And currently there just aren't any that aren't locked behind paywalls. Scarlet Sorceress. Scarlet's not a DPS class. Even Scarlet using full luck and depths enhancements is not great. You could always farm VHL. Well, VHL is not really farmable without paying money. That without either the ceremonial sword pet that's now rare, or the astral orbs, or just paying for a lot of the inventory space and stuff like that. Like, unfortunately, VHL technically is available for free, and it is a pretty good DPS. It does pretty good DPS when in Unshackled stance, but is really not practical. What's with the title? So I'm trying to move for I'm trying to move toward streaming on Twitch more. Partially because, well, one, there's several reasons. One, we hit a milestone on Patreon, and that milestone unlocked daily streams. So you guys now get daily stream content. Some of them will be longer than others, some of them will be shorter than others. But you guys are going to get a stream more or less every day. I'm not going to promise absolutely every day, but more or less you guys are going to be getting streams every day. Because of that, I would rather stream on Twitch, because Twitch is a lot easier to use for me. It can be a lot easier for you guys. There's a lot more integration on Twitch, different bots and things like that. There's a lot of bots and better integrations with chat and different tools that you can use on Twitch that just make the streaming experience a lot better for me and you guys as the viewer. And so I'm trying to migrate to Twitch. Is a lot of it. I'm trying to migrate over to Twitch. Did you kill the white one? What? I need the white one, sir. You can't go killing the white one. I need that one. The white one is the one that spawns less than the others. Yeah, and so trying to move over to Twitch to help out. Yeah, YouTube's more simple. Yeah, YouTube's simpler. But for like somebody who wants to try and start streaming a lot more and streaming a lot better, Twitch is just the superior option. Better integrations, better bots, better functionality. I have more control over the stream and what goes on in it. Like, the only real advantage with YouTube is that YouTube pays right now. That I get ad money and support from YouTube right now, whereas with Twitch, I don't see any money from Twitch until after I get partnered. So And you guys get emotes on Twitch. And you guys get emotes on Twitch. So, like, that's a thing. You guys get emotes. What about for soloing? Scarlet Sorceress is the 5th best soloing class in the entire game. Scarlet is absolutely amazing. It is very, very good and incredible at soloing. However, it is not good for DPS. It's okay damage. It does okay damage, but it's not a DPS class. It is absurdly tanky, though. Yeah, Twitch is also a lot better for exposure. Yeah, Twitch is a lot better for exposure because some of you guys who may not stream on YouTube or may not watch a lot of Twitch or YouTube streams may not know this, but streaming on Twitch, you tend to get a lot more random people coming in and joining. You get a lot more random people who are like, oh, let's go see who's streaming this game today, and a lot of more people randomly going through and trying to find random people watching streams. However, on YouTube, most people who watch streams are watching people they're already subscribed to. Most of the audience that view streams are people who you're already subscribed to. Like, I can bet you 90% of the people who watch my YouTube streams are people who are already subscribed to my channel. Whereas on Twitch, like 60% of people who watch my streams are subscribed to me or follow me already. And so it makes it just a lot easier. It's a lot better for sort of gaining new followers, gaining new viewers, getting more exposure is a lot better on Twitch because it is a lot more open. People are a lot more likely to just stumble into your stream. Whereas the only real way to discover somebody on YouTube when they're streaming is to go to the YouTube gaming app. And honestly, how many people have ever used the YouTube gaming app? 5? Maybe 6? And I'm talking the history of mankind here. So, like... So, it's just a lot more easier for me to grow when I'm streaming on Twitch than it is... Yeah. I mean, you say that as a joke, but it happens. Yeah, there's a YouTube gaming app. Exactly. There's a YouTube gaming app. Yeah. I know. It's crazy. Yeah. I mean, I have some connections with some people at Artix Entertainment. Like, I know several staff members. Like, there's probably some way to work out some, like, promotion on Twitch to be able to say, hey, help whatever to do whatever, and I'll push different people toward you guys. But oh yeah, Corey could do good content if he wanted to. He has the technical ability. He's just playing the YouTube system. He's playing the YouTube algorithm. He's playing the game. And that's fine. That's fine. It's not the way that I prefer to do things, but it's totally fine because it works. It's grown his channel incredibly quickly. His channel has doubled in size over the last 6 months. Like, his channel has doubled in size over the last 6 months. Like, he could make stuff if he wanted to, but he doesn't want to because he's playing the YouTube algorithm. He's playing the system, and it's working. His channel's growing, and it's growing very quickly, and that's cool. That's great. But it does mean that his content quality in general is going to suffer a little bit because of the way that he has to put out content, because he has to put out such a high volume of content and so quickly that it does mean that the individual quality of each video is going to suffer a little bit. And that's not anything against him. That's just the way that the system works. That's just a fact of life. That anybody who's been on YouTube or made videos or any kind of content knows that. Also, for any of you guys who are curious, yes, the website is down right now. The DanielsWorlds website is down right now. I am reworking the website. I'm trying to rework the website to make it more functional, add more functionality to the website. Right now, the website is basically just the holding center for all my spreadsheets, and I'm trying to expand it and trying to make it more useful for than just, hey, look, here's where all my spreadsheets are at. So I'm currently reworking the website and changing it, so it's going to be going up and down over the next few days till I finish that. To join Paladin Pride, you need the Paladin Recruit armor that you get from Doom Pally. Yeah, you need Paladin Recruit from Doom Pally. From there, you can then go to the Paladin Pride Discord channel, which is linked down below in the description, and ask one of the guild heads to add you to one of the guilds. Getting rank 10 Chaos? Yeah, I mean, getting rank 10 Chaos is cool. Like, I'm working on it. I'm just doing the dailies mostly because the daily is so easy. Like, the daily's so good. I am probably going to have to do some of the farming legit, though. Do some of the regular quests. Technically, there are some other requirements for it. I think you need to have, like, 18 character page badges or 15 or something like that. You need to have, like, at least a level 35 account. But those are, like, generally easier things. Like, most people have those things. If you've been playing AQW for a while, most people have those. Yeah, Chaos is pretty easy, though, because the daily's so good. Like, the daily's so easy. Like, it's 12.5k. Or not 12.5k. It's, like, what? 15k? It's like 15k to get a day. It's like 15k on the daily if you have a Cape of Awe and a badge in the rep boost. Like, it's not a big deal. Yeah, it's really easy to get to rank 10, and the class is, while a little bit outdated, still not a bad PvP class, and they are saying that they're going to try and do more stuff with Chaos coming in the next week or so. So, I think it's not a bad thing to rep up Chaos, and because it is so easy, it's really, there's no reason not to. Let's see, what rank am I now? Eternal. Still rank 7? Yeah, see, like, you can use Collection to get rank 10 very quickly. But with Chaos, because the daily is so good, I prefer not to use the Collection. Collection I tend to reserve for reps that are really bad, for really time-consuming, painful reps. But for reps like Chaos, where there already is such an easy way of doing it through the daily, and also just the regular quest for Chaos is also pretty good. That's just the regular quest for 600 rep for 8 kills, I believe, or 6 kills, is already just so easy. Like, there's really no reason not to. There's more information about the upcoming class. I've said this before, they're not going to release a class, and if they do, then somebody at A needs to be fired because they're not doing their job right. The new class may be a rework of the old class, but we have been promised that there will not be a new class. Will the level cap be raised anytime soon? The level cap will be raised when the server rewrite comes out, so not until the server rewrite. What do I mean by last stream? Somebody else want to explain it? I've explained it a few times. Basically, I'm going to start streaming on... TLDR is, I'm going to be streaming on Twitch a lot more. I'm going to be streaming on Twitch a lot more instead of YouTube. So if you guys want to follow me, please follow on Twitch. If you guys want to keep up, the link is in the description below. Like, I'm going to try and stream a lot more on Twitch because it's just easier for me, it's easier for you guys, there's more integrations, there's more possibility for it to be profitable, and I don't want to make it about the money. But if it's something I'm going to be doing a lot, it needs to be financially viable. That I can't just... I love doing this, I love making content and stuff, but if I'm going to be spending hours and hours every week doing it, there needs to be some kind of form of money coming into it. And it's just a lot easier to make money on Twitch, all that stuff. It's a lot easier to integrate. You can get better chat bots. There's better integrations for advertisements and stuff like that. Better possibilities for partnerships. It's easier for you guys to watch notifications and stuff. Just it's a better platform for streaming. So uses battle pets. They may, okay, what they may do with the new class is they may, yeah, you guys get emotes as well. That if we get partnered on Twitch, then you guys get emotes. So, I mean, who doesn't want emotes? Honestly, they may pull a Lightcaster. With the new class, they may pull a Lightcaster. Where it's like, buy this thing, and then you'll get the class later when the server rewrite comes out. They may pull a Lightcaster. Because they've said there will be multiple times, and multiple class designers. Like, I've talked with Pisces and Sync, and they've said that we will not be getting new classes. Like, Elena has forbidden the class designers from making new classes. Like, Elena forbid the class designers from making new classes. If they go ahead and then release a new class right after they did that, like, that's kind of really, really dumb and kind of rude. Because I know, like, Dage's birthday. Dage wanted to release a class for his birthday. And Elena was like, no, you don't get a new class. And Sync's birthday's coming up. And Sync's like, hey, I want to release a class for my birthday because I'm a class designer. And Elena's like, no, you don't get a class because we're not releasing any classes till the server rewrite. And then to just go around and release a class, like, that just seems really shady and doesn't really make sense. So, yeah, I mean, that's why I'm saying is, like, I think that they may pull a Lightcaster with it. That's what I'm thinking, is, like, they may pull a Lightcaster. They may pull a Lightcaster where it's like, okay, so here's the armor, or here's an item that you buy, and then you'll get the class later. That's what I suspect is going to happen, because there's no way they release a class right now. Like, there's just no way. Like, they can't. Like, they can't. Like, the class designers will throw a massive fit, and justifiably so. Like, they can't do that. The server rate's not close. The server rate's not close. I mean, it's close, but it's not like... The mobs aren't reworked yet. Mobs aren't reworked yet. Mobs aren't balanced for abilities yet. Until mobs... When Pisces puts in mobs with abilities, then I'll be like, okay, the server rewrite is close. But until then, until we get mobs with abilities in the game, I'm not going to say that the server rewrite is, like, just around the corner. Until that happens, until Pisces puts in mobs with abilities, I'm not saying the server rewrite is close. Relatively close, considering that we've been waiting like 3 years for it, but it's not going to be like in the next week kind of thing, until we see mobs with abilities. They will release it when the Queen of Monsters Reputation releases. I mean, what do you mean Queen of Monsters Reputation? There's already like 7 Queen of Monsters Reputations. Hey, rank 8. Okay, last stream. Somebody want to explain more detailed? Okay, so TLDR, I'm trying to move to Twitch for streaming. I'm trying to move to Twitch for streaming. I'm trying to stream a lot more. I'm trying to stream a lot more often. The Patreon has hit a milestone that unlocks the daily streams, and so I'm going to try and be streaming daily as much as I can. and it's just a lot easier to stream on Twitch. Twitch is just a lot better platform, more integrations, more possibilities for it to be monetarily viable for me, better integrations for bots and stuff for you guys. You guys get emotes and stuff as well. If I manage to get partnered, we'll get some cool opportunities with that. Like, it's just a lot better if I can get to stream on Twitch. Yeah, we don't have a main Queen of Monsters reputation, but there's like 7 classes that are tied to the Queen of Monsters storyline. You don't download Twitch. It's a... like, link in the description. Link in the description to Twitch, to my Twitch page. Go over there, follow me over there. Anybody who is not already following me on Twitch and wants to continue to watch me stream in the future, description, there's a link, go there, follow that channel. And you guys will love my Twitch notification. You guys will love it. Anybody who's seen it can testify. The notification's really cool for following on Twitch. The notification for Twitch following is really cool. If you're trying to send a link in chat, you do not have the power to do that. Unfortunately, it's not my choice. It's a YouTube thing. YouTube has it by default that only moderators can put links in chat. So if you're trying to put a link in chat, you're not allowed. Not my choice. It's YouTube's choice. Fastest way to get Embassy rep? I don't know. I bought Blazebinder with ACs, so I wasn't willing to do the Pyromancer daily. Basically, I wasn't willing to do the Pyromancer daily. Hey, there we go. There it is, the Carlton. Would I like to work for AE? I mean, the best I could offer AE is as a class designer and tester. I don't have programming skills, I don't have art skills, I don't really have, like, I'm not really great at, like, PR. Like, I don't really offer anything for AE as a company outside of class design and testing, and I don't think that they really need more of those guys. So. Skill stealing? I think that right now, that could be a possibility post-server rewrite, but I think that, I think that may be a possibility post-server rewrite, but I think they're limited by coding. That I think they're limited by the limitations of the game engine as far as what they're capable of doing with that kind of thing right now. Do I have to download Twitch? No, it works in browser just like YouTube. It works in browser just like YouTube. Yeah. It works in browser just like YouTube. You just go to the page when I'm streaming and it works just like this. You make an account just like you would on YouTube, and then you can watch the streams. No, you guys don't really need to change anything. All that'll really change as far as streaming is concerned is instead of coming here to watch the streams, you go there, and it becomes a lot easier on me. Most of the stuff that changes is going to be on my end. Why am I moving to Twitch more money? I'm not actually partnered on Twitch. I don't make any money from Twitch. I actually make more money right now from streaming on YouTube than on Twitch. Twitch is a lot easier to grow. I have a lot more room to grow streaming on Twitch over YouTube, as well as having a lot more opportunities as far as partnerships go and monetary value in the future. It has a lot more long-term opportunities on Twitch than on YouTube. So, that's what I'm trying to look at. I'm trying to think about the future of the channel. Because AE cannot be trusted. I spent 10k ACs on chest, by the way. You guys only saw some of it, but I spent 10k ACs on chest. That's how I have the dark box items. Like, that's how I got the dark box items. Because I just was like, all the chest. I opened a crap ton of treasure chest, man. Yeah, that's what I should have done. What I should have done is bought Pyro with ACs and then merged that into Blazebinder. And that's what I should have done. Like, that would have been the correct option. But I didn't do that. Yeah, I did it too. Yeah, I bought, yeah, because when the Dark Box items first came out, you, there was an issue with it. Like, the drop rates were really weird. And so, yeah, they refunded a lot of people's ACs who spent ACs on it, and I spent like 5k ACs on those. So I spent like 5k ACs on the treasure chest trying to get the Dark Box items, and they refunded those. Because there was an issue with the drop rates, and they were like, yeah, we kind of screwed these people. So they refunded those. And then I went and immediately took that and even more ACs and dropped those all into the Dark Boxes, into the treasure chest trying to get the Dark Box items. So, what are you talking about, Instinct? Titan, the Epic Duel developer? The only Titan I know is the Epic Duel developer. Did I get Khalidbog? No. No, I didn't get Khalidbog either. So there's literally 10 items left in the I think it's 12. I think there's 12 treasure chest items I don't have. And 3 of them are items I want. 3 of them are items that I want. And there's only 12 items I don't have. 3 of them are items I want. One of them being the Altar of Khalidbog. It's not unusual to be lonely. Hey, there we go. Thank you for all the people going over and following on Twitch. That'll be the place to see me for streams from now on, basically. That, sort of moving forward, that'll be the place to find me for streams. Just buy those keys? It's not that hard? What do you mean, just buy those keys? Why not just buy the... Because I wasn't after the altar. The altar was not the item I was trying to get. I was trying to get the Dark Box items. Like, I wasn't trying to get the Dark Box item. I wasn't trying to get the altar. I was trying to get the Dark Box items. If I got the Altar of Khalidbog, cool, extra plus. But that wasn't what I was aiming for. That wasn't why I was spending all the ACs. I was spending it for the Dark Box items so I could get the depths enhancements. I needed it. I was doing it so I could get depths enhancements. Yeah, Epic Duel, well, Epic Duel is not, like, they can't update Epic Duel the same way that they did in the past. Like, they can't update it full time because, because 2 of their developers work on AQ3D now. It's Titan, Night Wraith, and the girl. Oh, I forget how to pronounce her name, but Night Wraith and the girl work on AQ3D full time now. Like, they don't do... Like, they're not working on Epic Duel full time. Like, they can't update Epic Duel full time anymore. Like, it's just not possible because the developers have been poached for AQ3D. Yeah, Cafferty. Yeah, like the devs have been poached for AQ3D. What 3 items do I want that I didn't get? The Omega Cutlass, the Altar of Khalidbog, and one of the capes. I can't remember what it is now, but one of the capes. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Epic Duel. I like Epic Duel. I enjoy Epic Duel. Because it is so different than other Artix Entertainment games. Because it is so different from other games, it's refreshing to get something different like that. How many items are in the treasure chest? I think it's like 120, 130 something. There's a lot of items in the treasure chest. And I have almost all but 12. I have all but like 12 or 15. Will the server rewrite make it safer from people who cheat? Yes. The server rewrite will help to prevent botting in a large way. Yeah, bots don't work on testing servers, and they won't work on the post-server rewrite. I'm honestly kind of annoyed that they went back on what Titan said years ago with the beta weapons, because I have a beta account on Epic Duel. I mean, I have a beta account everywhere, but I have beta blades and beta weapons and Epic Duel, and Titan said years ago that the beta weapons, the alpha weapons, those weapons will be the best weapons in the game. That just hands down, that when they added the stat system into the game, the beta weapons were the best weapons in the game for a while. And then they went back on that. They changed that. The beta weapons don't have unique abilities. They don't have more stats than any other classes. The beta weapons are now no different than any other weapon. And that's really silly. So I feel like that was kinda... That for me was kind of upsetting. That like... Because Titan had said that like, no, the beta weapons are going to be a big deal. Like, the beta weapons, we want them to feel like a reward. The people who had Founder, who had Beta, who had Alpha stuff, we want to reward those players. Outside of just cosmetic things. And we want to give them good weapons that are going to actually matter in combat. And now they're just not any different than any other weapon. Yeah, you can have these starter weapons, and you'll have just as good stats as a beta or alpha player, and that's kind of upsetting. That feels, because that was not what we were promised. That's not what we were told. Titan said for a while. Oh. Yeah, when they reworked the stat system, they made it so the alpha and beta items were the same as every other item. And even worse than some other items because they don't have unique traits. They don't have a unique proc on them like some of the items do that are going to be strictly better. Some items are going to have the same stats, but then they're going to have these unique procs on them. They're going to make them better. So... Yo, yo, yo. Yeah. Yeah, like right now I'm using the full beta set, and then I'm using the LQS, like the limited item armor. I'm using the limited frost armor, the one from Frost Veil, or whatever their version of the frost event is, the one that like has a chance to, I forget what the proc on it is, but it's like an armor that has like a proc to hurt your opponent when they hit you. Or drain their energy. I think it drains their energy when they hit you. But yeah, I'm rocking like the beta stuff and then a special armor. But that's it. I haven't put like a lot of money into Epic Duel. I don't like the class. Right now I'm playing a Cyber Hunter. Right now my main class, my highest level character is a Cyber Hunter. And I don't like Cyber Hunter. Cyber Hunter I know is great for Juggernaut. The Cyber Hunter is a monster in Juggernaut mode. But, like, it's a monster in Juggernaut mode, but there's not enough people playing right now to make Juggernaut worth it. Like, there's just not a lot of people playing. Unfortunately. Like, there's just, when there's a lot more people playing, then you could get Juggernaut matches, but you just don't get Juggernaut matches much anymore. Because there's just not enough people playing to get Juggernaut matches. We're just waiting for this to rewrite. Honestly, it comes down to the group. The group's just not really been able to record. Like, I've been available, and, like, Mole's been available, but then it's like, oh, well, maybe Surix or Lep aren't available, and it's just scheduling conflicts. Yeah, you get them fighting two NPCs, but NPCs... The issue with NPCs is you can't see NPC stats. And so you gotta spend the first, like, 2 or 3 turns of the match just figuring out what resistances the NPCs have. Like, that's always annoying, is, like, you gotta spend, like, the first 2 or 3 turns of the match just trying to figure out what the NPCs, like, stats are. Like, what their resistances are. Yeah, I know the green screen's messed up. I can't really fix it right now. Like, I know the green screen's messed up, but I can't really fix it right now. Like, I need to just, like, completely reattach the green screen. I need to just, like, completely reattach the green screen, but... meh. Like, that's part of why Cyber Hunter's so good, is because Cyber Hunter can get such high resistances, and if you need to, you can weight all your resistances into one single side. And so, like, Cyber Hunter can get so crazy tanky if it really needs to. But when you've got to spend the first few turns kind of figuring out what the NPC stats are, because you can't see them, it makes it difficult. Yeah. If you work for AQW, it means you get every item ever. Having talked to some staff, they basically don't really play the game. I mean, the game is farming. AQW is farming. AQW is farming, and if you take away farming, but once you become staff and you can just load items in, and you take away farming, there's not really anything to do. Yeah, you get a personal armor. I don't even know what personal I would want. Like, I don't even know what I would want a personal to be. Do I have the Paragon pet? I have one of the Paragon... Well, I have 2 of the Paragon pets. I have the Legion token ones that came out this year and mounted. Scarlet is the tankiest farming class. So for class, basically the breakdown for mobs is Blazebinder is very good for low to mid HP bosses. Scarlet Sorceress is very good for mid HP mobs, as well as mobs that hit really hard, because Scarlet Sorceress is the tankiest farming class. Eternal Inversionist is pretty good at high health mobs, so things over 2,000 health, and then Shadow Walker of Time is good for anything over about 2.5k health, is where Shadow Walker of Time is the best. So there's a little bit of a tiering system to farming classes, but yeah, Blazebinder and are one of the best. No. Why would I need to be in a group, man? Like, I'm not trying to be mean, just why would I be in a group right now? Like, I'm just doing the rep. Like, I have no reason to be in a group. We're not, like, fighting a boss or anything. We're not doing Blood Rip Brawl. Like, I'm just killing some Sphinxes. No real reason to be in a group at the moment. Yeah, Root is a staff. Tends to have some weird sets on. I didn't want to do that. Come on. Abandon. Accept. What's up with the title? I'm moving to streaming on Twitch most of the time. I'll still probably come over here to stream from time to time, but as far as streaming like normal weekly releases and daily stuff is going to be moving on to Twitch. So if you guys want to keep up with my streams, keep up with that stuff, link down in the description below to my Twitch channel. Go over there, follow on Twitch. That's where most of the streams are going to be from now on. I'm not going to say I'm never going to stream on YouTube again, but I'm most likely going to keep going on to onto Twitch. I know that when I was playing with Pisces and Sync, they kept changing their level to... They had them at level 100. They were set to level 100, and so we were trying to do some PvP, and we were screwing around doing some PvP, and they were like one-shotting us, and we're like, whoa, guys, what are you doing? They're like, oh, sorry, we're level 100. Didn't mean it. Yeah, they can just change their levels with commands. Yeah, they just change their levels with commands. And rank 9. But I want a class named after me? No. A class named DanielsWorlds would be a really dumb class. I don't even know what kind of abilities that would have. No. If I want to make a class, I'd want to make a class, but I don't want it named after me. If I'm going to make a class, I want to just make a class and have it be named and work with, and the lore work around its abilities, not have it just be named after me. Like, that's silly. Okay, so rank 9. I don't really want to do rank 10. I also only have 7 minutes left on this boost. So I don't really want to do rank 10. Okay. I'll probably keep going until this rep boost runs out, but after this rep boost runs out, I'll stop farming internal. Though I'm close, I'm rank 9 now, so I can get it knocked out in a day. I can get the last 100k knocked out in a day. Well, less than a day. I can get that done in like an hour. So, a little less than an hour. I can knock out rank 10 Eternal. What? Why? I'm not, but I'm not quitting streaming on YouTube just because I don't want to stream. I'm quitting streaming on YouTube because I'm moving to Twitch because it's a better and easier platform to use and better for you guys as the viewer. I'm not just like, nope, screw this YouTube thing, I'm out. I'm still going to be putting up videos on YouTube and stuff. I'm just going to be moving most of my streaming to Twitch because it's a lot better. Hello, hello. Hello, hello, everybody. I've made a few classes. Not like anything that's in-game, but I've designed a few classes. Nothing's in-game, but they exist. Like, they have all the stats and everything. They're fully fleshed out classes. They're ready to be put in-game. Have you submitted them as suggestions? No. I don't, like, I'm not gonna go bug the guys. I'm not gonna go bug the other class designers. Like, if I may like ask Sync, hey, what do you think about this? Anything that you think I need to change about this? But I'm not gonna be like, hey man, you should put this in game, because I know they don't care. I'm not gonna bug them. They don't care. I don't really care. Nobody cares. I'm not gonna bug them. Neither they or I really care about getting my class in game. Does it really matter, honestly? Also, idea. So, some of you guys may have noticed, I've not been putting up as many AQW videos in the last week. And that's not because I don't want to, but because the server rewrite is incoming, doing class guides to me feels like a little bit of a waste of time. Like, class guides to me seems like I'm gonna try and be doing class guides, and I'll probably do flashback class guides because those don't those are structured a little bit differently. But I don't want to do class guides on classes to have those classes get reworked, to have them be changed, to have the stat systems changed, to have things changed with the server rewrite. And so class guides are probably going to slow down a bit. Flashback guides are probably going to continue going because those guides are a little bit different. Those guides are more of, here's this older class, and here's how I think this could be improved to work within after the server rewrite. Yeah, it's probably, realistically, the server rewrite's probably 5 to 6 months off. Realistically. I'm sure AE wants to get it out sooner, and that's fine. That's on them. I know they probably want to get it out sooner, but realistically, it's probably 5 or 6 months out. But still, to have almost all of my class guide videos be suddenly useless in the next 5 or 6 months feels kind of like wasted time. So what I'm probably going to be focusing more on is class testing, is getting numbers and data on classes. So taking the existing classes that we have and getting numbers on them, so that once we get the server rewrite, I can change out classes. I can be like, okay, what's the difference between the class then and now? How do things change? How has things changed? How have things changed? How are things different? Gathering data for me feels like a more useful... It feels like a more useful way to spend my time. If there's any new classes that come out, I will do guides for new classes. If they rework classes, I'll do guides for those. That if they rework classes, I'll do guides for those. Like when LDK came out, or if they do another rework, stuff like that. I'll do guides for those, because those are going to be classes that are going to be relevant after the server rewrite. And so doing a guide on that makes sense, because we know those classes will be relevant after the server rewrite, so that makes more sense. But I'm not just going to be doing a guide on random classes, sort of like I have been doing previously. As I feel like it's a little bit of sort of a wasted time, unfortunately. How much? So what rep am I on Eternal? 1800? Okay. So I'm pretty close. Or 18,000. Okay. Rank 9, 18,000. Yeah, I don't have Undead Goat. I've got a lot of other classes. I don't have Undead Goat, though. Do you guys want to see the class that I made? Do you guys want to see the class that I made? I can show you guys one of the classes that I've made. It's not in-game, but I can show you guys one of the classes. Okay. Okay, let's zoom in a little bit so you guys can see. So this is the class that I've made. Here. I can actually turn off the overlay. Boop. There. Okay. And the server? There. Okay. So this is the class. It doesn't have a name. Okay, so it doesn't have a name. It doesn't have any flavor text. This is literally just raw data. This is raw numbers. This is just the raw numbers of how a class will work. There's no bells or whistles. There's no flavor text. This is the DPS class. Doran, this is the DPS class. Like, there's nothing extra here. This is just the numbers on how the class will work. It's a DPS class. This is a DPS nuking based class. It is a stance change class, similar to like Shadow Walker of Time or Ultra Omni Knight. Yes, you have Doran. Is this the one that you haven't looked at? Is this the one that you kept saying it's OP but then wouldn't actually look at it? This is the stance change one. This is a stance change class. Instead of Walker is a stance change, but okay, whatever. So basically the class revolves around its 5th ability. It's a stance change 5th ability. It's a stance change 5th ability that switches you from your... that if you have no stance, will put you into A stance, which is your primary stance. And if you already are in A stance, it will give you buff, putting you into B stance. And then if you're in B, it'll switch you back to A. So that's just your ability that switches you back and forth between your stances. After you switch stances, the next ability that you use... the next ability after you use your stance switch will do 50% more damage. And have a higher hit chance. So it'll have 50% damage and 50% hit chance increased. And then when you switch stances, you will stay in that stance for 10 seconds. So it forces you to kind of be switching back and forth between your stances. That if you're not constantly switching and rotating back and forth, go into one stance, use a few abilities, switch back, use a few abilities, switch back and forth. If you're not switching back and forth between your abilities, then you're going to fall out of your stances. You're going to fall out of your stances, and then you're not going to be doing anything. So you need to constantly be flowing back and forth between the stances to continue to be doing things. That if you're not using your stances, your abilities don't do anything. There is also the rank 10 passive. The rank 10 passive I have designed here is your 5th ability, has a 15% chance when you use it to proc a special buff that will allow you to get both halves of your ability. So each ability has 2 halves to it. Each ability has 2 halves to it because the stance change class. Each ability has 2 halves to it. And if you get this proc, then you will be able to get both halves of that ability. The auto attack speed is a buff. It's an ability. The auto attack is a buff. It does 60% damage at 1.5% auto attack speed. It's a stacking ability. So if you're in A stance, you attack and you increase your haste by 3% per stack, up to 5 stacks. And then if you're in B stance, then it'll increase your crit chance by 3% per stack. This also stacks to the 5 times. So it's a small haste and crit chance buff. So it's a small haste and crit chance buff. It's a 15%, which is nothing crazy, but that's fine. And so you need to be rotating back and forth between your A and B stances if you want to maintain this buff. If you want to keep this buff up, you need to be rotating back and forth between your A and B stances. Your first actual ability is your A side. Your primary stance is you deal damage, small amounts of damage, and to 3 targets. This is a can't miss, can't crit ability. So can't miss, can't crit, hits 3 targets. It deals light damage and applies a heal over time to you, and it gives you a 15% endurance buff. So it fills your health. It gives you extra health in your health bar, and then it will then fill that health bar with the DOT or HOT. So that's cool. And the endurance buff is actually useful post server rewrite, because post server rewrite you can endurance as a stat will increase your damage reduction. So the higher your endurance stat is, the less damage you will take post-server rewrite, and so giving this an endurance buff will help make it more tanky after the server rewrite, outside of just giving it a higher heal, because I could have just made the heal more powerful. But by giving an endurance buff, it would be more relevant in a post-server rewrite world. The second half, the B side of the ability, deals damage and applies a DOT to the target. No other special effects on the DOT, it's just a damaging DOT to it. The third ability I'll come to later. I don't want to... I'll work with the third ability later. The fourth ability, Chain Lightning. It's just a Chain Lightning. It deals relatively low damage, but that damage increases by 25% per stack you have a B-side. So back here in your auto attack, when you stacked up on your auto attack, you would gain this buff here. each stack of this buff that you have increases the amount of damage that this Chain Lightning does by base up to a maximum of 225%. And then it's a Chain Lightning, so it'll bounce 4 times, and that damage will increase by 100% per bounce. So, damage will increase on a Chain Lightning. There's also a just damage filler ability that it deals moderate damage, so does a reasonable amount of damage, and then applies a hit chance reduction to the target for a short amount of time. Nothing crazy on that one. And then we get to the crazy ability. The crazy ability is 3. Oh, and I done goofed. The crazy ability is 3. 3 deals a large amount of damage base. It does 1,000 damage base. It's not based on weapon DPS. It just does 1,000 damage base. It can crit, so it can be multiplied by a crit, but by base, it just does 1,000 damage. It consumes all of your stacks. All of these stacks that you've been building with your auto attack or by your stance change, it consumes all of them. And deals 200% more damage per stack it consumed. So if you have 1 or 2 stacks, if you have 2 stacks, it'll do 200% more damage. If you have 5 stacks, it'll do 1,000% more damage. So you're looking at a 10 times increase. So it's going from, if you have 5 stacks, it goes from doing 1,000 damage to doing 10,000 damage. So you're doing 10,000 damage on it, and it consumes all your stacks. Once you crit and you apply a crit multiplier, you're looking at it doing like 22,000 damage, and 22,000 damage for 35 mana on a 12-second cooldown, and needing you to stack up all of your abilities is not that bad. Like, some people are going to be like, oh, that's way overpowered. Doing 20,000 damage on like a 12-second cooldown is too much. It's not actually. Compared to other DPS classes, this is not a big deal. Compared to other DPS classes, this is not actually that ridiculous. The B side of it deals moderate damage and gives the target a damage debuff, so the target deals less damage, and it also consumes your stacks as well. Yeah, Lightcaster. Well, Lightcaster does 14k on its laser up front, and then does another, like, 5k on the DOT. So yeah, you're doing like 20k on Lightcaster per 8 seconds, but Lightcaster doesn't, Lightcaster has to stack up to get to that point, but once Lightcaster gets stacked up to that point, it doesn't have to worry about it. It just can spam off the lasers without having to worry once it does get stacked up. So, Lightcaster has to build up to doing it, but once Lightcaster builds up, it does a lot more damage, a lot more consistently than this class, but Lightcaster does have to ramp up to getting there, whereas this class can start doing that crazy damage earlier in the fight, but it's a lot more difficult to do that, and sustaining that damage over the course of the fight is a lot more difficult as well. The B side of your third ability is a damage reduction. It starts at a base 30% damage reduction, but it also consumes your stacks, and increases by 5% per stack consumed. So it starts out at 35%, and you have 5 stacks. It'll go up to 25%, so you'll get a 55% damage reduction on this ability if you have 5 stacks, which can be enough to help you survive in PvP, or if you're against a boss and you're getting hurt pretty hard, the boss decides to hit you, you're hitting something more powerful. You can use that earlier in the fight. You can use that earlier in the fight, just using this early in the fight to help give you a little bit of survivability as you stack up. That just use this on 1 or 2 stacks for 40% debuff. So that you can survive a little bit longer, so that you can stack up to try and get to this nuke to take out the boss. You can do that. So that's basically the class. I have it increased hit chance, crit chance. Oh, god dang it. Increased hit chance and crit chance, increased damage dealt and damage taken, but nothing too crazy. It's a DOT, it's a damage class, it's a nuke class. If you're looking to just use the abilities, stack up, switch back and forth between your stances, keep your healing over time, damage over time applied, looking to kill stuff. So, that's the class I made. It exists. I mean, it's not in game, but I made it. I'm happy with it. I think it's pretty cool. But yeah. Let's turn the overlays back on. There. Okay. Yeah, so that's the class. We lost a lot of viewers during that. That's fine. That's fine. Not everybody's going to be interested in the class design stuff. That's fine. I understand that. Yeah. But basically, yeah. I'm going to move into Twitch. If you guys want to see me streaming more, appropriate that I'm trying to finish out the stream here as the outro song plays. Yeah, but basically we're gonna be I'm gonna be moving to Twitch, streaming a lot more. So if you guys want to see my streams, and I'm gonna be trying to stream daily. I'm gonna be trying to stream daily. No promises on actually getting it daily, that I'm gonna miss ones here and there. But I'm going to be trying to stream daily as much as possible over on Twitch, so go follow over there if you guys want to get notifications, information on when I'm streaming, all that stuff. That'll be great. So I'm going to be streaming a lot more over there, going to be streaming a lot less over here. YouTube videos will continue to go up, so don't ignore YouTube. I'm not ignoring YouTube. Videos will still continue to go up, but just most of the streams will be focused on Twitch instead of on YouTube. So, because of that. Hold on. Let me see if I can get you guys the link. For those of you guys who missed the class, because I have been working on a class. I've been working on a class, well, a few classes that I've designed. They're not in game. I don't expect them to be in game. I don't really care if they get in game or not. I'm mostly just making them for fun. But if you guys want to look at the class that I've made, there it is. That's the link to the doc for it. Yeah, but, that's the class. Yeah. Waiting for the server, right? Waiting for the server, we're going to be recording a Patreon special. There's going to be a Patreon special for Waiting for the server, hopefully recorded tonight. Barring, like, crossing our fingers, Doran and Jade are good. Should be a Waiting for the server Patreon special going up very, very soon. But scheduling conflicts have held the normal crew. The normal crew has just had scheduling conflicts. Honestly, trying to get me, Lep, Mole, and Surix all in the same room at the same time for like 40 minutes is hard. It's just difficult. Getting us together to record 2 or 3 episodes is just technically difficult because those 3 all go to school. And so it's just difficult to try and coordinate. But yeah. Streaming over on Twitch a lot more. If you guys want to come hang out over there, follow on Twitch. Links in the description below. Please go over there. Please hang out. Yeah, so look for me on Twitch. There's going to be a lot more action over there. YouTube videos are going to still be coming. If you guys haven't already, go check out the Dragon Age Origins series. It's something that I really enjoy. I love that game so much. It's really hard for me to put that game down. Like, you know you love a game when I get to the end of a recording session and it's like, but I want to play more. But I want to play more. And my head's like, no, you've been playing the game for an hour. You need to stop recording. You need to upload this. It's like, but I want to play. But I really want to play, though. I love Dragon Age Origins. It's so good. It's a great series. Go check out that game. But whatever. With all that being said, thank you all for coming. I hope you all have a great time. And I'll see you all next time. Oh no, I'm using Twitch chat. That chat's linked to Twitch chat. I can fix this. I can fix this. I fixed it. I did it. I fixed it. Nobody panic.